For tech demo number 4, my technology of choice is News Ela. So this screen just kind of shows what the website for News Ela kind of looks like. So what is News Ela? News Ela is a great differentiation tool for reading. As a teacher, you can log in and create classes, then start assigning articles to students. You can choose the same article, but choose the article length and lexile level to assign to each group or student. If a student needs more challenging reading, they can receive a higher lexile level with questions that match what they've read. A student who struggles with reading can read at their level and answer questions based on what they've read. This way, both students can be part of a classroom discussion over the topic without feeling left out. News Ela doesn't just cover ELA topics. You can look up science, geography, sports, laws, Spanish, etc. News Ela is a wonderful resource to add differentiated reading to all subject area classrooms. So this is another handy tool with News Ela, is that the teachers and students can log in through either Google, Microsoft, or Clever. So I know in my personal school days in high school, we used a lot of Google Classrooms. And here at SIUE, I use a lot of Microsoft. And a lot of the elementary classrooms that I have my placements in use Clever. And Clever is really nice because the elementary students can log in very easily through it. So I just found this on the web and I thought it was very cool. It shows how News Ela has kind of changed things in some classrooms and made it better. So it says News Ela makes classrooms more engaging, inclusive, and relevant. By nurturing a love of reading, students see measurable reading gains. There was 2.1 times reading gains when students used News Ela twice per week for 12 weeks. There was 2.6 times reading gains when students used News Ela daily for 12 weeks. There was 24 equivalent extra days of reading instruction per year while using News Ela. And a few quotes from some teachers are, News Ela is a fantastic way to differentiate for my classroom and to engage my students in real, meaningful learning about the world around them. It really is so hard to put into words how News Ela has changed my teaching. It has created numerous authentic discussions that engage and encourage my kids to participate no matter their reading level. That would be like having every student attend summer school. So this thing I found just kind of shows how many teachers have used News Ela and how much of a difference it has really made in their classrooms. So why should Miss Jones choose News Ela? Miss Jones is assigning articles on the web to her students for their upcoming geography research project about the population changes around the state. She wants to be able to give the students differentiated instruction because they all learn differently. News Ela will allow the students to read all of the articles, but with their own reading level. The website will automatically allow the students to read articles that are customized for their own learning. The students will also still be able to work in groups while reading these articles. So here you can see choosing the levels of reading and what grade level it puts them at and the word count. So here it has the 810L, and this is grade level 5. Word count is 669, and then going up to 1050L has grade level 7 and word count 824. And then here they clicked max, which was 12th grade, and the word count was 1257. And as you can see, it is all the same article. So all of the students will be learning the same thing, but in their own personalized reading level. So now we are going to look at how teachers can use News Ela. So the first thing that I did was just go to Google and type in newsela.com. And this brings you into the website and you can go to your school. And I just did Edwardsville High School. And then you can type in the zip code or the city. You can search for your school and then you just select your school. And so here it just shows you, this is like the screen when you first join it, and it gives you steps. And then I logged in with a Google account, and so I have like Google Classroom set up for this class from previous tech demos, and so it asked which classes that I would like to sync with it. So I just chose one of the classes that I already had made. And then I selected the grade level and the subject that I was going to be using, which was social studies. So now I just visited the home page, and automatically on the home page, it brings you up to like the latest news, some featured articles, and I think this is really cool because students could even go on these on their free time. You could assign extra ones for the students, and they could just learn about things that are going on in the world. So here I just scrolled through that. And then you can choose here on the left-hand side, you can choose featured videos, popular, good news, informational text, fiction, poetry, primary sources, and then you can also search things. So, and then you can browse different subject areas. So I just clicked on social studies to see what it would bring up. And so some of these are just things that are happening in the social studies world right now. So I think that's really cool to keep students up on current events. And then I just searched the population geography just to see what would come up. And I found an article that was actually pretty interesting, and it was population density of the world in 2016. And here are just shows how many articles are available, and you can click show more and there will be even more, but I decided just to assign this. And so I clicked on create an assignment, and here I just entered an assignment title. And so I just put in geography project, and then you can do text level locking, so you can like choose what they like if you want them to change their reading levels or not, and then you can add classes or you can create new classes. So I just chose that class that I had before, and then you can give student instructions, and I just wrote read the articles. And then you can go down and it'll show you how many articles you have assigned, and then you can assign it. And what I think is really cool about this is you can actually go in and add more articles after you already assigned it. So I think it's just cool because say if you assigned it and then you found a really cool article you wanted to add in, you can easily do that. So again, I'm just going to these articles and just showing how many that they really have. And so this one, I'm just showing how you can assign it and you can add it to an assignment. And I just clicked geography project and added it to the assignment. And then I'm going to click over on assignments, click on geography project, and it shows the content that is assigned in it. So then it shows the first article I assigned down here and the second article I assigned, and it shows how many views, the time spent on the article level, and it actually quizzes the students, which you could grade these if you wanted to, but I think the quizzes are handy because this shows you how well the students are actually understanding the articles, and it puts the pressure on them to actually read the article. And then you can click like your content at your school, which I think is really cool. So you can see what other teachers are assigning to their students to also just build more creativity, and I give you ideas on what you could give to your students. So I just found all of these text sets. And another really cool thing about News Ela is you can change it to Spanish as well as English. So if you do have any English learners in your classroom, this can be handy for them to switch back and forth to just really be able to comprehend it while they are still learning English. Thank you for watching my tech demo.